What would you do if that happened?
Pull over?
What would you pull over and
Probably pull over and
do what? Do what?
I don't know. Call.
That's what I'm saying. What do
my
you do?
dad?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't know. You
call daddy probably.
Right. I love that you're trying to like alpha me. Yeah, I'd pull over and call my papa. Ask him what to do.
Ask him why that happened, and I'm
Papa, is this normal? Papa, what do I do? Will you come drive down from the Bay Area to come save me?
Papa, I'm crying on the freeway on the 710. Almost.
Alpha.
Would you go visit the Titanic on the 1 year anniversary of those poor billionaires being smushed?
No.
No. It takes a lot to get me under the ocean. And I would say I would need at least 2 years.
I don't even like going in the ocean.
Yeah? You wouldn't even go up top and look down at the Titanic
Do you know how
wreckage?
much poop is in the water?
Yeah, okay, come on.
There's so much poop.
I think the ratio of poop to water is so in the favor of water that it's minuscule amount. There's poop in the air. When I fart and you smell it, that's poo. That's my poo going on the inside of your nose. So think about that.
I hate this show so
Think
much.
about that right now.
This is the worst moment of my life.
I would myself. Still got the salmonella remnant, so if I tried to fart too hard, I'd poop my pants.
Welcome to Almost Alpha, everybody.
I honestly, if I'm gonna get into a Titan submersible, I think the toughest. Is it the same Titan submersible?
It's a different company now, right?
A whole different guy. He's like, I'm gonna use a PS5 controller this time.
Well, for people who don't know what happened, so there was a long time. I don't know how far back to go, but there was a ship called the Titanic.
Yeah,
and it crashed,
and nobody cared about it until Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet made a beautiful love story about a woman with money falling in love with a street rat.
I just saw for the first. Well, that's Aladdin, buddy.
Pretty sure it's the magic rug.
Aladdin.
They're flying around.
Riff-raff, street rat. I don't buy that. That's Aladdin.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's Titanic.
That song's from Titanic?
Yeah, brown cartoon falls in love with the other brown cartoon.
Okay.
That's big Robin Williams.
So then they crashed, and then 100 years later, everyone's trying to go see it. So there was this ship, and then this billionaire guy company.
Yeah.
And then rich people were spending money, not saving the world. They were just like, I'm going to go into this tiny thing and go underground. But then they got exploded, right?
I think the saddest part about that was that it's like a couple billionaires planning to take 2-person subs. See, that's it. So now he's like not necessarily a mass murderer. He's just a murderer.
This is the new guy.
Yeah.
So people died going down last year.
How much did this guy spend on veneers? Because if he's spending if he's a billionaire and he's not spending everything he has on nice looking teeth, then I'm not going to trust that he makes the best submersible.
Would you go on this?
No.
Would you have gotten on it last year before people died?
I feel like the whole reason I want to go under the water is for the windows and the looking outside while you're under the water, and to go into a tuna can and look through a piece. It's like I'm pretty much on the Finding Nemo ride.
I was gonna say, is it right?
Yeah.
But if you were you're already in whatever country this is happening in, probably like Costa Rica.
There's a lot of stuff that I've done to try and look like alpha and cool to like somebody I'm interested in and dating. Like I bungee jumped because I wanted this girl I was dating at the time to think I was cool, and in reality I would never have done it. But then you do it. And I have a feeling that if like Emily Ratajkowski was like, I'm getting on a submersible, I'll let you touch my boobs if you go with me, I would do it.
That's how she words it.
Yeah. And she's a mom. Not that that's bad.
You like mom boobs?
I like Emily Ratajkowski's boobs.
But why did you say she's a mom?
I don't know.
Are you trying to say I'm a great person because even though she's a mom, I'd still touch her boob?
Honestly, if I'm being real, I think it was like a thing in my head where I was like, it like took a point away from her for some reason, when in reality it doesn't.
Wow, Joey, we're losing all our mom fans.
I know, and apparently vaginas snap back and boobies probably do the same. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
That's terrible.
Would you get on the Titan submersible?
No, but there's a brilliant Simpsons writer whose name is escaping me right now, but he went on it.
Really?
He was on it before the
same one?
Yeah, before it crashed.
Wait, it made successful trips down.
Oh yeah, a bunch of them.
The same one.
I watched there's 2020 type things about it. Yeah. But but there'd be like crazy trips where they went out to see, people flew to whatever country they have to fly to, and then they would go out into the waters, and then the waters are too rough and they can't do the mission. Or they get on the boat but the mission's too dangerous and they can't do it. So there's people who are like, there's one person, they've gone twice out there, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to this thing, and then they can't do it because it's not safe.
Damn.
Turns out the last one wasn't that safe.
Yeah, it turns out they maybe need to up their up their safety requirements. Okay.
You know, one of the stories was like one of those things where like one of the people who died there, like the mother switched with the son because the son really wanted to go with the husband. Like,
I think it was the opposite. I think the son was like hates his billionaire dad and like didn't want to go, and then the whole time was like, "This is stupid. I can't believe we're doing this." He's like 19. That'll show you. That'll show you, buddy. Oof. Oh, you're so worried about. Oh, you're speaking out about your college not kicking Free Palestine protesters out. How about Mother Nature crushes you with your pops?
Do you know how they die? Did you look up like
being imploded?
It's the craziest,
the coolest way to go.
So now if you go in the water, it's not just poop in there.
It's blood. It's billionaire blood and guts.
Billionaire blood and guts.
Yeah. Also, that guy, because there's another guy. This is a bit of a pivot, but there's a guy that is injecting his kid's blood because he wants to live forever. Have we seen this guy? Let's find this guy. This is along the same lines as the Titan Submersible guy, because he's like a billionaire and he's giving like copious amounts of money to this guy.
I will not die.
He's like 48 or something, and he looks like a fucking Tales from the Crypt. He looks like you put skin on. It's creepy, but he is probably gonna live forever.
The super rich are injecting blood from teenagers to gain immortality.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Betty, I would inject your blood to live forever.
Yeah. I think if you injected Betty's blood into you, it would kill you both instantly.
No.
Yeah.
You see how she dressed up like Batman for you?
I did see that. I brought a Batman action figure in my backpack just in case we didn't have one, but we got one.
We got a Batman action figure right here.
Right here. That's 1-to-1 scale.
John, what did you say? There's someone called in with something alpha that we need to talk about?
Yeah, we had a speak pipe from Ryan Z.
Ooh.
Want to hear it?
Yeah, we got a voicemail, everybody. Usually I ignore these.
I just want to ask two alpha dudes, who would you rather see in the woods in the middle of the night? A bear or a naked man?
You were talking about, wow. What is this?
This is a viral question. Also, thanks to Ryan Zeeks for recording that in a jail cell, the most echoey place I've ever heard. It's a viral question right now. And Taylor, I feel like it's going out there as a sort of like, how alpha are you as a person? Would you rather, in the middle of the night, in the woods, run into a bear or a naked man? No, naked man. Just a man. Can wear clothes. What's scarier, a bear with clothes or a man without?
Who puts themselves into these positions? I don't even want to go to the woods.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical.
So I'm in the woods. Would I rather see a naked man or a bear?
The man can be wearing clothes. The clothes are irrelevant.
Any man? Do I get to pick which man?
No, it's just a man.
Is it Mel Brooks? That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd be like, Mel Brooks, what are you doing in the woods, bro?
Howie Mandel, you're like, are you okay? He's like, I can't wash my hands. I'd rather run into that than a bear.
I would if I can pick the man, or if I could pick the bear even.
I think the idea is that you run into a man. Men are a lot more capable of like evil atrocities, and a bear is just like protecting itself.
What if it's a bear man?
A man bear.
Like a female bear. Female bears are probably more dangerous, aren't they?
With cubs, yeah, maybe.
Right?
Yeah, we're not specifying the gender of the bear.
A man or a bear?
Would I rather run into a male bear or a female woman? I'd rather run into a female woman because I would just kill her and then escape the woods. Easy peas.
A woman could be scary.
Women can be scary, like Monster, like Charlize Theron from Monster.
Right?
Or, my PE teacher, and that's it.
What's the movie with the scary, the model, and she like kills people, then she turns into an alien? Species. That's a scary lady.
Kevin Smith movie?
No. That was Natasha Henstridge.
Wow. You Googled species, dumbass. It's just like, it thinks you're like an English second language person.
Wow, Google's so dumb that when you type in species, the first thing that pops up is not the movie from the 90s. Yeah. It has so many sequels. Google got to fix this algorithm. Wow. I guess I'd pick if the bear, the bear is going to kill me.
Not necessarily.
There's no stories of a bear snuggling you.
Bear can take pity on you.
I mean,
raise you as its own.
I mean, am I Mowgli? Is this the Jungle Book? Like, has anyone discussed this in this viral meme of like, Mowgli had a good life with Baloo sang songs to him?
Yeah. And we saw him live to what, 12?
He died?
I don't think we know what happened to him past the end of the movie.
Oh, no.
Do we? Maybe there. I honestly haven't ever seen Jungle Book.
I think it's like if I'm in the woods and am I trapped? Am I lost?
Yeah, you're lost.
If I'm lost, I'd rather have the man.
Yeah. And then the man's like, you got a pretty little face.
Then I'm like,
I wanted you to win America's Got Talent, boy. I can't believe you stumbled onto my land. Howie Mandel made the biggest mistake of his goddamn life.
well, I'd be like, sir, it's not Howie Mandel's fault. He can't vote. He's a judge.
I didn't bring you into the woods to talk to me, sweetheart. Put on this dress. Go stand out in the shack and wait for Papa to come. When I'm ready, I'll be there.
Well, you brought me to the woods?
This was all a plan. I made you. I had my hands in everything. I started a podcast for you. So you'd walk on this set, not knowing that we're going to be posing a question that'll eventually lead you to the woods and to my shack.
You're Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, my Shaquille O'Neal's the first man. The question was started, man or bear, so I decided I'd get the closest thing to in between a man and a bear, and that's Shaquille O'Neal. Turns out he's fucking terrifying to run into the middle of the woods.
He's a cop, though.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, he's a cop.
You're thinking of the films, the movies, the cinema. In real life, he's my little tiny prisoner. I don't know.
In real life, he's a cop.
In real life, he is not a cop.
See, that's wild.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
I don't need this.
Squeal like a pig. That's the worst. That's the idea. I mean, I think this is a question that is much different to women than it is to men.
Right.
Because like we're like, who would you rather run into the middle of the woods, a man or a pig? We're like, well, we'll dap the guy up, we'll smoke the rest of the joint in my bag, and he'll lead me to safety. But a woman like runs into a man in the middle of the woods, and she's like,
right.
I wish he was a bear.
But what if it was like a Chicago bear?
Yeah. Caleb Williams like, you don't need to see me at the combine. Like, I need water.
But what do people have passionate feelings about this?
Yeah. It's become like an online discourse. Because the idea is that you would much rather run into a bear because a bear is like, gonna attack you if you play your cards right, but like a man is capable of like a lot more evil.
Can I tell you where my brain goes on this? Who came up with this? Because I don't trust that person. Because did you hear about the person who came up with, is it green or is it gold or is it blue dress? Is the dress gold or blue? Can we look that up, please?
Yeah, do you know who came up with that? Benjamin Netanyahu.
No.
It was all a ploy.
Listen, look up, right? So dress, is it gold or blue? Look up the person who came up with this.
I'm glad we're doing such current events.
No, but
current memes.
This is going to be wild. Wait.
I heard about this young boy yodeling at Walmart. Let's check that out after this.
Look at this, though. The news. Look up like the... No, I don't want to...
I think you read some fake news. I saw that too, where it's like the black...
He murdered his wife.
I don't think so, dude.
Look up a guy murdered his wife viral.
You're getting into like fake news nonsense.
Yeah.
If you gotta Google a whole 2-sentence Google
Scottish
search,
husband behind viral blue-black dress, New York Post, pleaded guilty to attacking his wife.
Yeah, attacking his wife.
Look up the New York Post.
This is what happens when one person sees
he brutally
blue
attacked his wife.
One person sees it as blue
He
and black.
strangled his wife a year after he was arrested and charged with attempted murder. Thank you. So you know what? I am waiting for my apologies from everyone on the staff.
Wow, attacking his wife. It's black and blue. It's black and blue. Jesus Christ!
Would you like to
get
apologize?
over it. To who? The wife?
To me.
For saying you're
me
fake news?
of making up a thing.
Okay, Kaylor. This is very alpha of me to, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I misjudged you. I saw the gray hair and the darkness behind your eyes, and I figured you're looking at fake news constantly, day in, day out. Oh, speaking of fake news, I got something. This is good. I made a TikTok about it. I went Joey viral, which is 6,000 likes. Okay. I have a new phrase I want to coin for people like you that are of the older generation.
Careful.
That see something that is so obviously fake to me. I see videos like a stage proposal, or I see a video that's like AI LeBron James.
Continue.
I think I want to start calling these things.
Continue.
I want to call these things wax apples. Because to me, I look at this video of AI LeBron talking about how he talked to Mussolini before World War II, and I go, that's obviously fake. That
wasn't true?
That wasn't true. See? Wax apple.
Did you not see the video?
But then the older generation, needs to be told, hey, like if my grandpa saw that, I would be afraid he was going to bite into the wax apple. So I have to go, hey, grandpa, that's a wax apple.
Putting me and your grandpa into this older generation.
Yeah, you guys are closer in age than I am. Me and Richie over here, we're going to go get a lollipop and frolic through the woods. You and my grandpa are going to pull out a newspaper and you're going to complain about the foreigners. Calling you old.
So what's a wax apple?
A wax apple is, see, you're slow.
But what about actual apples that are wax apples?
Yeah, a wax apple.
What are those called?
Those are called wax apples. Those two can
there's already a thing called a wax apple.
Yeah, they can coexist.
You can't have two things called a wax apple.
Yes, you can.
There's already a wax apple.
What's another example of something that I can't think of one, but those two things can coexist.
You're like a chocolate milkshake. You know what that is? That's when a guy says he's gonna take you to the movies, and then you go to the movies, and then he's not there. And you're like, I thought you were taking me to the movies. Where are you? No, that's already a chocolate milkshake, buddy.
I don't know about you, but this is our 5th episode we're recording. I wanted to go over some of our YouTube comments.
I saved my favorite one.
You saved your favorite one. I wanted to talk to some of our dear fans.
So can I tell you what I love is that people are really vibing with the show and they get what we're about, and they're writing in from around the world to let us know how our show made them feel. So here's a comment from a guy named Adam Rutherford saying,
"Thank you, Adam Rutherford, for listening.
Thanks for being a fan. On what planet are they almost alpha? Should rename to completely beta." And then this other guy goes, "We must be watching different podcasts." And Adam Rutherford, he stands his ground. He goes, "They talk with feminine accent, has cats, plural, sings to cats, calls cat princess, has 10-pound dog. I'm not even a quarter of the way done. Put sweater on dog, crosses legs like woman."
Oh no! Crossing my legs right now.
Starts day with Starbucks.
Starts day with Starbucks, as opposed to chopping wood.
Enjoys wearing makeup. Unironically calls themselves beautiful. Overly smiles. I'm not halfway done.
All of this I am currently doing right now.
Calls homeless person unhoused. Okay. That was just the first 10 minutes or so. Is this almost alpha by California standards? Because everywhere else, they are as beta as it gets. And
then what did the guy defending us say? Christopher Gomez, 1017.
Yeah.
In reply said, "Your last name is Rutherford, bro. Why are you trying to act like you can call anyone beta?" I see what they're doing. They're coming to our defense, and that's nice. But saying someone's last name makes them not beta. You got a bit of a weak attack there, pal. Because this guy came with receipts. This guy's like, "Oh, why are they beta? They cross their legs. They smile too much. They take care of cats."
It's and then there's accusations of racism because the guy made fun of the last name Rutherford. It keeps going on, and
wow.
But I see what he's saying. I think I see what he's saying, and I think
we need to alpha it up.
So, Mr. Rutherford, I see what you're saying, and he's right, and we should rebrand the thing. But we already spent tens of thousands of dollars on marketing this, and we came up with a name. We had to have it patented with the city attorney's office.
Yep.
And
we're in too deep.
So we have to, you know what? We just have to become the most alpha we can be.
Yeah. I think 2 Beta Boys podcasts is already taken.
Yeah. Like, I see what he's saying. We're just a bunch of cuck losers.
A bunch of California cucks.
Like, you're correct.
He roped in all of California. He was like, these guys are, I don't know if this is alpha by California standards. And honestly, technically, kind of alpha by California. We are comfortable in our own sexuality. At least.
We are?
I am. I don't want to suck a dick unless it's John Hamm.
Would you?
If John Hamm asked me to, I would be like, "Sir, I've wanted you to play Batman or Superman my whole life. I will gladly suck your little madman." Yeah.
His little Batman?
Little madman.
Oh.
He was on a show called Mad Men.
Oh, right.
He also is like, he looks, I have a hard time judging male attractiveness, like physically, because, you know, a lot of it is like how they make me feel. But a big part of why I think men are attractive are whether or not they look like how Alex Ross drew Superman or Batman. That's like such a big part of it for me for some reason.
If we're talking about this, Can we play the clip of Seinfeld talking about how he misses real men?
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
that?
That was a pretty alpha thing to say. Yeah,
I think
can we bring that up?
He
misses what? What does he miss?
He misses. He wants to bring back real men.
What happened to masculine men? What happened to big, strong, tough men?
Are you sure you are? Are you?
I've always wanted to be.
I didn't ask your pronouns before we began.
I've always wanted to be a real man. I never made it.
While chatting on the Honestly podcast,
Oh, no, this is
Jerry
back
Weiss,
there.
Jerry Seinfeld reminisced.
He's just trying to be.
Muhammad Ali, it was Sean Connery, Howard Cosell. You can go all the way down there. That's a real man.
You said,
It's so funny because he was like listing a bunch of famous like Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery. I don't know about Muhammad Ali because they left that part. When somebody dies, they usually don't go. By the way, he was also mean to women. But Sean Connery was like infamously terrible to women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was a good segment.
That was a great segment. I'm gonna go back to some of our comments. We got this comment. This is my new favorite podcast after Bad Friends. I never knew who Jory Bragg was until now. Keep up the good work, boys. He still doesn't know. Still doesn't know who Jory Bragg is. That person doesn't exist.
I don't know who that is. It sounds like a great guy.
Then Taylor Williamson responded to this guy. Taylor Williamson's YouTube channel said, "Thanks, Johnny. If you make us your number one, I'll give you $5. Let me know." So how's that going? How's that going building our
I'm
our
working
base?
on it. I'm working on it.
One listener at a time. We got okay from Mallard's Bearcat. Okay, I'm in. This is pretty funny. Please keep doing SOS VHS too, though. A lot of people think that we swooped in and stole their beloved SOS VHS.
That's what we're trying to do. We haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we want to live mutually together.
Side by side and then take over.
Since reading that comment, you have actively changed the air about you. You have somehow gone from like just two guys having a part. Now the way you're sitting right now and looking at me like this, I'm intimidated.
Bro, you want to hear something intimidating?
Hell yeah, dude.
I was driving back from Long Beach, California.
Ooh, badass.
Back to my home. Don't worry about it. Parts unknown. That's where the Ultimate Warrior is from, by the way. Parts
unknown.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior, the wrestler.
Yeah.
You know.
We like this next wrestler from Parts Unknown.
That's just somebody that didn't think about their backstory enough. From Parts, where are you from? Parts Unknown. What's your name? The Ultimate Wrestler. What's her name?
You're being really offensive right now, and I'm gonna move on because that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm gonna move on.
We'll get that out in our wrestling episode.
I apologize to everyone who's offended. Rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior. So
did he die by folding metal chair? Okay. Did he fall in a ladder?
This is like racism.
Yeah.
This is very offensive. Batman's not real. Anyways.
Yeah, neither is your wrestling weirdo. Batman's not real, but the Ultimate Warrior, may he rest in peace.
Ultimate Warrior is real.
He fought for our freedom against The Rock and Hulk Hogan.
He did never wrestle The Rock through different generations, you imbecile. And Ultimate Warrior is real because after he left WWE or WWF at the time, he wanted to keep using the name, but WWF owned the name. So he did the move that Adam West never had the balls to do. He legally changed his name to Warrior.
Really?
Yeah.
Legally changed his
name. So he's like, they're like, you can't keep playing this character. We own the character. You're an actor playing a character. He goes, I'm going to legally change my name.
Oh, that's what he looked like?
Ultimate Warrior. You don't know who he looks like?
No, I don't know who oh my God. He looks
That's really lame.
He looks like a guy you'd meet at a rave. Would you rather run into a bear in the woods or this motherfucker? Because I'd rather run into 100 bears than this creepy weirdo.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Isn't it funny how there's a beautiful part in the 80s where it was the manliest thing you could do was wear underpants and be shredded wearing like funny makeup? And now they're like even Twisted Sister, like back then they were like, those are real men. And then something happened, maybe 9/11 happened, and suddenly we're like, real men don't wear makeup and they like camo and they like Bud Light.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
So anyways, what happened was I was driving from Long Beach, and I'm just driving on the freeway, 70 miles an hour, pushing it a little bit, you know.
70s,
little alpha.
70s alpha.
And it's 65 mile an hour. I hope there's no cops listening.
I set my cruise control to 80, bruh.
Okay, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
My side window exploded.
Your driver's side.
My driver's side window exploded. Here's a picture of it after.
Oh, no way. I thought you spilled weed on your seat is what I thought that was.
No, like I'm not exaggerating. I'm driving. I had blood on me.
What?
I don't know. There's blood in my window. I cut the glass cut my body, buddy.
The glass isn't that glass supposed to break in a way that's not sharp?
It breaks into tiny squares. But the point is, I'm driving on the freeway. What would you do if that happened?
Pull over?
What would you pull over and
Probably pull over and
do what? I
don't know. Call.
I'm saying. What do
my
you do?
dad?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't know. You
call daddy, probably.
Right. I love that you're trying to like alpha me. Yeah, I'd pull over and call my papa and ask him what to do.
Ask him why that happened, and I'm
Papa, is this normal? Papa, what do I do? Will you come drive down from the Bay Area to come save me?
Papa, I'm crying on the freeway on the 710.
Yeah,
I'd probably do that.
What did you do? It was the middle of the night. So I just kept driving. I thought about all the things. I was in shock. The weirdest thing is there was a car next to me keeping at the same level as me, which is the creepiest move. They were like next to me the whole time while I was driving, and I don't know if
before your window exploded.
I wasn't looking at them before, but after my window exploded, they were following me. There was like a
okay, well, they definitely did it.
I don't know what they could have done though.
What else could have happened? Your window just exploded.
I thought about it. I looked it up. Have they shot? Were they trying to shoot me?
Maybe not with a gun, but like definitely
There's people on the freeway shooting window exploders at people.
I mean, I think that's much more plausible than your window just exploded out of nowhere.
I don't know, but they were like looking at it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best of people.
Yeah, well, they followed you. That was creepy. That's weird, dude. They definitely had something to do with it.
Do you know these people?
Did you apologize to these people? Were you one of those people that like that happened to you and you're like, I'm sorry to inconvenience. I'm sorry.
No, but I thought, should I follow them? Should I take a picture of their license plate? But I don't. Do you know what shock I'm in? There's like the one time Betty's not on my lap, by the way. Poor baby Betty. That could have been her.
Oh my God.
She could have.
That's scary though. For real scary.
Yeah, dude.
I would assume I was being. One time I got in my car and I had left a Coke can in my armrest. I forgot. It was like in high school. And my Coke can exploded when I got in the car, blew my armrest. And my immediate thought was someone shooting at me. But no, that wasn't.
I think
would think
someone's shooting at you all the time.
It's happened to me, at least once.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened. I called Toyota. What's great about them is like I tweeted
the most manly car brand.
Wait, what's the problem?
It's that you called Toyota and you're like, my window exploded.
Well, first I did a public tweet. Like Twitter, Elon Musk took away our verified check mark, so our power is gone unless we pay for it. It's and now January 6th protesters get all the power. The world has changed. Yeah. The world is not.
Most followed person on X is the QAnon shaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, like that's a whole like I'm sure the people in therapy about this. You used to have a verified check mark and then you had powers. So you could you could go to Vons or Safeway or Rouse or Whole Foods and you could have a negative experience and you could tweet about it and then people would make everything better.
Yeah, it aided and abetted our sense of superiority that we have to carry as Californians.
And now it takes longer for them to see or they don't see or you need a January 6th protester with a verified check mark to favorite your thing. So anyways, the Toyota saw my thing. They DM me. We got on the phone. They don't apologize. They don't acknowledge it or anything. A very funny legal conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
So, but she was saying to me like, what happened, whatever. And I was like, Miss, this is a traumatizing thing that happened to me, and I can tell you're not gonna take responsibility for it. So why are we having this conversation? She's like, well, I need to know what happened, whatever. And I was like, ma'am, I'm gonna hang up on you. So I eventually hung up on her.
Wow. What an alpha way to hang up on somebody.
Well, I'm like, she just wants to hear about a sad thing, scary thing that happened to me, and like she's not going to help me.
She wants to calm you down. That's what she was doing.
No, she wanted to know I'm not going to sue her.
Yeah, exactly.
A recorded conversation.
Yeah.
So I can't eventually sue Toyota for almost killing me because their window exploded.
I bet you. I have very little detective skills, but I read a lot of Batman comic books. So the glass is on the inside of your car, which tells us that even though the wind is blowing against it, something hit the glass, pushing it into your car, as opposed to like, something from the inside of the car going out. I am on the side that the people driving next to you shot a slingshot or something at your window. It's in Long Beach, dude. That's like where Sublime and Snoop Dogg are from.
And Cameron Diaz.
Oh, well then never mind.
Well, we'll never know, but that was is that alpha terrifying. That I survived it, and I drove all the way. You know what, it is alpha because I drove all the way home with that and the shock of it. Because I was like, I have 45 minutes to go. I don't want to pull over in the scary area.
Was it hard to see the road through your tears?
I didn't cry. I wasn't.
Really?
Why you're like? By the way, you're like. I'm being vulnerable. Cry. I'm being vulnerable with you. No, don't try to make it like I would have cried. No, you're bullying me.
Hold my hand.
No.
Hold my sweaty hand. I would have cried.
Your hand is so sweaty.
Yeah, dude, I have anxiety.
Anyways, I survived. Thank you for asking.
God, that's so scary.
My friend's mom paid for my window replacement.
Oh, wow, really? Wow. And now you're qualified to represent the LBC. That's sublime. Anybody? Big fan?
Okay, so
I would love to do a little improv game with you if you wouldn't mind.
wait, what's happening right now?
You and I are going to do a bit.
We're gonna do a bit right now.
We're going to do a bit.
Okay.
So, Taylor, you and I are on an online date.
Yeah.
You met this woman from Hinge. That is, I will be the woman. My name is Lucy, last name Fur. We met on Hinge. We texted a lot. We finally go to meet. I look a little different from the online dating profile that you had initially hooked up with. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you so much. It's so great to meet you in person.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm waiting for a really hot chick named Lucy.
Taylor, it's me, Lucy. I will be honest. I spent a little bit of... I fibbed a little bit on my online dating profile. I will say it's a lot difficult to get somebody to want to go out with you when your skin is red and you have horns protruding out of your forehead. But our banter on texting was so fluent, it felt like we were old friends. I just wanted to talk to you in person, hoping that you would see past the scales and the goat legs and the horns.
Lucy, my first question is, does it hurt to talk like that?
It does, yes. I am not from the mortal realm. Talking through air is harder for me.
I'm worried about your throat, Lucy. I don't know if this is sustainable.
It's so nice that you care so much about me. I felt that in our texting before we went on this date.
Wait, Lucy, I'm so confused. Whose penis was that then?
That was my penis. Heavily edited using the app CapCut to make it appear more human.
That's why there was subtitles all over it.
Yes. So I'm really anxious to meet your dog, Betty.
Yeah,
she took up a lot of your profile pictures on Hinge.
Listen, you got to work with what you got, babe. I encourage you to do the same. There's men out there who are looking for a woman who's red with horns.
I love you. Oh, that's too soon. I'm sorry, I just feel so close to you. Oh, my song is coming on. The devil went down to Georgia. Would you like to dance?
No, I can't do this anymore. I'm crying 80% because I'm so uncomfortable right now. This is not Tears of Joy. I can't handle this.
Because we wanted to talk about online dating, and you had a thing about. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You had a thing about.
Does that hurt you?
No, I'm a voice actor. You have an opinion on people that's online dating profile looks different than their actual human face body.
Have you ever had an online date before where the person looks completely different than how they looked in the thing? And I'm not coming from, and with sincerity, I'm not coming from the point of view of like, she said she was a hot babe and this is what I get. But like, honestly, like I find it to be they were dishonest.
Well, we all got to catfish a little bit. We're all picking the best photos of ourselves. One time I was very picky and choosy when I was like trying to have a hoe phase. I did meet a girl that was like, she had a rescue. She ran out of her house that was like, she had a raccoon, she had a deer, she had like a squirrel and a fleet of possum babies.
Was her name Chip or Dale?
Her name was, yeah. Her name was Park Ranger Susie. And
Too young to get the joke, John.
Chip and Dale, yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking chipmunk. One wears a Hawaiian shirt, the other's got a red nose. I know what you're talking about. Rescue Rangers. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but I know of it. But so she definitely looked more akin to what you would imagine as somebody that lives with raccoons and deers in their small Hollywood apartment in real life than she did in her pictures. But the thing you can't put in your dating profile is how bad you smell. That's where I felt like I got catfished. That would be a nice, not her vagine, but her her BO. She just smelled like in a restaurant.
What do you mean she smelled? Maybe her animals smelled, and that's what the smell was.
But I'll tell you what, and this is like not even about being cat. This is the closest I ever got to catfishing because I didn't know she smelled bad. We had a conversation that was awful. I was like, so what kind of like TV do you watch? She goes, well, I got rid of my TV when I was 11 because I realized it's such wasted time and I could spend the time I'd be watching TV doing something more productive. And I was like, oh, I hope one of them was developing a better personality than what I'm seeing right now, because this one sucks. And hated it. Went out for like 2 hours drinking, having a horrible conversation about how she looks down upon what I do for a living because she thinks it's a waste of time. This whole time.
But what's her name? I'm sorry.
Her real name?
What's her name?
We can bleep this. Her real name is... Yeah.
This is not a wasted time. We are making the world a better place, and how dare you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. But anyway,
I love that you say her name and just fake make up a name. Why just say it was Susan?
Her name was Green. I went back to this girl's apartment.
Of course she did. You're like, the worst conversation. She smelled bad.
She smelled awful.
Still want to go to her place to see what happened.
I literally wanted to go to her place to meet the raccoons and the possums and the deer. She lived in a really small apartment in like the base of the hills of Pasadena. I did what like creepy, gross dudes do. Or I don't even know. Or I did what like women. Anyway, I met the raccoons. I touched the head of a raccoon. I met these little possums that hissed. She had a deer in this like tiny little backyard. And then I was like, oh, look at the time. I gotta go. It was nice meeting you. And then I ghosted her. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. If that's not the most alpha thing you've ever heard.
And so she reached out to you?
What do you mean?
She ghosted you? Mean
I didn't respond.
What'd she say to you?
Like had a great night. You're so funny or something.
And you never said.
Yeah, so you're so funny. Probably the most handsome guy that's ever been in my little animal hovel.
Yeah.
But like I met a squirrel. I bottle fed a little baby squirrel. This was like, and she was like there, and she was like, "This is Maurice." I'm like, "Can you leave us alone?"
Well, bleep out the name of the Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice the squirrel. But I can't remember why. Oh, because she kind of catfished me a little bit. But honestly, not really. She looked like her pictures. But
listen, she catfishes you. You ghost her. Look at that.
Look at that, dude.
What's next? A wax apple.
Hey, and we're back. Oh my gosh.
Here I have a theory on this.
Okay.
I don't know, theory. What's a theory? What's a theory when it's like a fact, a point of view that's factual? Like a hypothesis after it's a real. What is it? What's the next? Scientific law. Scientific law? Yeah. Thank you, Carlos. I have a scientific law on this. Okay. Because I've gone out with a couple of women from dating apps who end up not looking like how they look, and guys do this too. It's not. I have not dated a gay man. You know. I've never dated a gay man.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief.
I've dated straight dudes, but like we're just like, hey, we're not gay.
We're not gay.
We're just making.
We're just gonna play FIFA.
We're just making. No, we're
gonna play FIFA and get closer and closer and closer together on the couch until one of us gets uncomfortable. That's a male relationship.
Joey, I don't know what to do with like I'm doing a bit and then you undermine it with your experiences and then people go, yeah, those guys aren't alpha.
Yeah. Okay, I'm the one. Okay, continue.
So. My scientific law is two things. One, the least attractive photo is the one they actually look like. Okay. I think it's not anti-woman. Guys do the same thing, I'm sure. But also, I've multiple women I've been on dates with, and then they don't look like their picture. And like one time, a woman announced to me, she goes, "Do I not look like my pictures?"
Aww.
And then she also was like British, and she was like,
"Do I not look like my pictures?"
She didn't have the. No, but that was the other problem. She says she's British in her profile. Do you know where this is going, Carlos?
She fake.
Where do you think this is going? Yeah, dude. That's probably the same girl. Yeah. But that's like, you're baiting, bro. Don't be like, can I tell you what you want? If a woman's like, I'm from another country, you want them to sound like Andreas. That's what you want. I wish we could get him in here right now.
Is he still here?
Like that's
he left when I called.
That's what you want. You want her, like, you don't want, hi, I'm from England.
Yeah.
So
talk silly.
So she was like, I know I don't look like my picture. And then also I don't have an accent. She said it. She knows what she's doing.
Makes me sad.
But anyways, I have a scientific law about this. It's dishonest. Why if I said, like, so I stay on the date and I talked to my female friends about this. And I said, if I had gotten up I'd like say you're my date, right?
Oh,
Right? She said she's beautiful, right? And then she looks like Joey Bragg.
I'm beautiful, and I have a British accent.
Right, exactly, right?
Okay.
And then she ends up looking like you and sounding like you.
Hey.
I think I literally I wouldn't do this in real life. I'm not a monster, but I do believe I should be allowed to be like, no, and walk away. Because and I talked to a woman, they're like, that's awful. You can't do it. I would never do that. But you should be able to, because they lied to you. It's dishonest. It's a whole contract. It's saying I don't drink, or I'm this tall, I'm this, I'm whatever. Don't waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
This is about me. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for whatever. But you lied on the contract. And I talked to a woman about this, and this is where I get them. This is my scientific law. They go, no, whatever. What about with their personality? I'm like, no. They showed me their personality. They lied. They're dishonest. Here's my point. Here's the punchline to my scientific law. This is so good. What if they said in the profile, I love Friends. It's my favorite show. I've seen every episode twice. I have it on DVD. I have it on Blu-ray. I bought it. I just love it so much. And then you're a guy who loves Friends, and like I'm into women who love Friends. And then you show up, and then right instantly, hey, just so you know, I've never seen Friends. I just say that because so guys swipe on me and they want to meet me. Every woman I talk to agreed. I could be like, that's weird. You're dishonest. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Thank you, everybody.
Wow.
Yes?
Amazing.
Is that honest?
For this machismo
John, you
applause.
disagree?
In John's online dating profile, he's 27.
I think, I'm being like, this is a ridiculous point I'm making, obviously, but it's dishonest and weird. And they're to the point of, what's the scary lady I was just on a date with, Lucy? The devil?
Oh yeah, Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah. There's people out there who are attracted to a British woman without an accent. There's people who aren't attracted to accents. There's people who like a girl whose body part on her face isn't what someone else likes. You're be yourself at 100%, because there's a lid for every pot, and someone wants what you want. But if you're out there being a weirdo and lying, you're not gonna get what you get, and you're gonna be 38 and single doing a podcast with a 27-year-old Disney star.
Yep. There's a really sad realization I think you just came to when you were
Wait, what?
you were in the middle of that.
Wait, what?
spiel.
What?
We are in a I think online dating is like akin to a social media profile. Like we want to seem as appealing and cool to the people that we want to like our stuff. Realistically, it's the most dehumanizing thing to put your real self out there and get denied. It's a lot easier for people like us that pretty much put our real selves out there to say, like, be yourself. I want to see, there's a lid for every pot. But also, I don't know if there's a lid for every pot. Some pots are misshapen and awful, and they don't deserve lids.
Can I tell you why you're wrong? This is good news for like the creepy people out there. Have you ever been to like Ralph's? There's so many scary looking people there. I know it's it's on Nashville.
I go to Gelson's.
Okay,
so.
this is like local grocery stores, but like there's scary people everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know how they got there? It's because two scary people, they got together.
But
they found a pot for their lid.
No, two scary people settled. They realized that maybe not every lid is going to be vacuum sealed to the pot, and maybe the fact that most of your lid is covered, that's good enough.
I don't know if that's true. I'm saying this with positive energy. I think people have, I don't know.
Do you think you lie on your online dating profiles?
No, I'm trying to think. No. I mean, if a lie is a lie by omission,
Yeah.
like I don't need to say every single thing. But
I'm under 7 feet tall.
No, but like I'm not. No, I don't lie, and I also put my social media because like I'm like, you know what? Go through my tagged photos. By the way, you want to see what someone actually looks like? Go through their tagged pictures on Instagram. Yeah. That's what they actually.
You're not breaking any new ground. That's we all know that.
Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Did you guys know that?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Interns. Is that from Facebook Days?
Yep. Looks for photos of them. Yeah. I get it. I know.
But no, I don't. I would never. I would never lie on my thing.
Really?
Because honestly, I
lied. I would like. I got out of a really long 9-year relationship, and I was like, I was telling girls that it ended a lot earlier just because I didn't want that.
For real?
Messy. Yeah. I would also like. I put this in our notes. At what point? And first, second, third date, what point do I let it be known that I have about 10,000 action figures stowed away, organized in my closet? Because I think that's worse than like having a body in your closet. There's a part of me that's like, it's creepy and I don't want to do that. So I definitely don't like I lie by omission by being like, I'm cool. I like sports. And like real life, as soon as they leave, I'm like, what's Batman up to? Make him have sex and stuff.
But they're all Batman, though.
Yeah, they
There's
are.
different versions of Batman making love to each other.
Yup. It's the best. Somebody said to me the other day, I bought an action figure and I was like, oh, I'm so excited to open it. And they go, oh, you're going to open it? And I was like, yeah, I'm not a fucking weirdo that keeps it in a box. I'm playing with them. Idiot. What do you think? I'm going to put it on my wall to look at? No, dude, I am making it. I'm doing a little scenario.
Right? Oh, is this almost live?
This happened. This is live.
We have live breaking news.
Whoa, sick.
This is the most alpha thing that could happen.
Look at that.
Wow.
Stop it.
Nice.
Live breaking news
Oh, this is
on the DJ Trump verdict.
DJ Trump. He'd be much more successful if he went by DJ Trump with the Gen Z crowd. Let's ask this. It's pretty alpha. Let's ask this question. Is this going to affect him at all? In that he is still the Republican frontrunner?
I mean, the thing is, nobody knows, and like we're talking like we're doing professional.
Well, the thing is,
can we acknowledge we're the two biggest idiots sincerely having a take on this.
it's you. Just now, you sounded like you're on MSNBC with. The thing is, nobody knows.
You really leaned into that.
Yeah.
Cheryl, the thing is that nobody knows, and some people say that it's going to hurt him. It's going to help. Some people say it's going to help him.
Yeah.
Because he's a martyr. This is what Trump wants.
Yeah.
He's a martyr. He loves it. Steve Bannon loves going to jail for whatever. Like they get the attention, they get the martyred and whatever. But then there are some Republicans who they claim they do care about rule of law, and he hasn't been found guilty. Well, the charge. Well, he was the case. He was found liable in a civil trial that's not criminal. Well, this is now criminal. So the people who at least pretend and say out loud they are that person. What do they do when they get to the voting polls? You know?
Right, exactly.
Thank you.
I think there's a big part of Gen Z, and it's a big part of every generation. Kind of like that's that part of us that when we see a wildfire, we want it to not kill a bunch of people, but there's also a big part of us that's like, I kind of want this to like be the biggest wildfire I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like when they're like 0% contained, part of me is like, hell yeah. And then they're like 27% contained. I'm like, I kind of, not that I want people to die, but like I want that chaos. Like there's like that part of us. I think that there's a lot of people that think about that with this election, that they are more like chaotic in their like, I just want to see what's going to happen. Well, that scares me.
Well, the bad thing about Trump is he's entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's fun to pay attention to all the he's the Kardashians of the last 7 years for people who don't watch Kardashians.
Yeah. He's like the Kardashians in a lot of ways, is that he does a lot of self-tanner. He's got great arching back posture, and he's ruining our country.
Yeah.
Yep. What a time.
So, but yeah, I don't, I'm not excited. The thing is, the problem too is this case, no one cares about this case. The other cases are actually insanely profound, and
I feel like people care about this case.
I mean, I think if there was a poll, this is the least interesting one of all of them. I mean,
this means that he paid hush money to Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, but who cares? I'm not a.
No, it's they falsified the business records for people to know that he did that.
I'm gonna give
kind of alpha.
Listen, gotta give that. But the other cases on a scale of 1 to 10 of how insane they are.
Yeah.
The other ones are way worse. Yeah. About trying to overthrow our election kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is not good, but there's a lot of presidents who've done illegal things, you know? So it's good to be held accountable for your actions, but I'm not looking at this great. I'm scared that this is going to backfire. Yeah. You know? But it should. But then also the argument is should they not find him guilty because it could backfire? No, you have to hold people accountable for what they're accountable for.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
I'm stressed out by it, honestly.
My friend sent me a really cool question that I hadn't considered about this whole thing, is that we're all talking about what he did to Stormy Daniels, but what about what he did to Stormy Daniels' Mexican sister, Tropical Stormy Daniels? What about her? That's rough. Thank you, Shaq Gasha, for that joke. We're getting down to the end.
I don't understand at all. I genuinely don't understand what just happened. What?
That's comedy in 2024, baby.
Toasty, did you get it?
Yes, dude. I'm laughing.
What did he do to? I don't understand. Can you explain it?
It's a word play on Stormy Daniels, Tropical Stormy Daniels. It's pretty. It's right there.
Try one. Try one.
Yeah.
So try one. Oh, try one.
Yeah, try one.
You know what Stormy. I don't understand the joke to try one.
All right.
You know what?
Try one.
You know, Stormy Daniels. That's so sad. But what about that movie Precious with Lee Daniels? You know, what about him?
That's good. Do you know who should star in the Stormy Daniels biopic?
Who's that?
Stormy Daniel Day-Lewis. Okay. All right.
Wait.
See, that's how we do it, baby.
You know, Stormy Daniels, but what about Everything Everywhere All at Once, directed by the Daniels?
That's equally good. Let's button it with that. Let's end this episode like we do every episode. How alpha were you this week? I can go first if you want.
I mean, you go first.
I did something that I'm like pretty sure was alpha, but also not in the way that every episode I'm getting a little bit more and more alpha. One thing that annoys me more than anything is somebody being on their phone or talking at the movie theater. It drives me crazy because I have a really hard time not constantly focusing. And it also makes me think like, are they going to shoot me? Like it's a weird, because that happens in America. And in case you didn't know. I
do know.
I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes I was up north with my family this Memorial Day weekend, so I was in Union City, and I shushed 3 different couples and told one lady to get off her phone. Yeah, I did that. Thank you guys. And I will say I did not elaborate past shh. I didn't go like, please be quiet. I did that like 3 times. And then when push came to shove, the only time I said anything of words to anybody is when the lady on her phone's husband left and she was on her phone. I didn't notice that he wasn't there, but as soon as I was like, please get off your phone, I noticed that he wasn't there. And I was like, oh man, now I look like the pussy that's like waiting for the big strong guy to go. And I was like, excuse me, Miss Lady. But then after the movie, he gave me like, looked at me and like smiled, like trying to like eyeball me. And I went like, I don't know what I did. No, I just looked at him.
I love how you're like, I'm scared of getting shot, so I'm going to instigate anger out of every stranger I can find in this dark room.
I think you know me well enough to know that I love to instigate with strangers. That's my favorite. I like strangers to be a part of a bit that they don't even know they're a part of. That's my favorite. We went to Culver's in beautiful Indiana. It was making Taylor uncomfortable that I was like talking to these people. And so I started shaking their hands and saying thank you like I was the president visiting. That was funny. That was good.
Joey's insane for those of us who just joined the show, who just started watching the last 7 seconds. Joey's a crazy man.
Yeah.
My alpha thing was last night, actually.
Really?
And it was... I was trying to think of like the most interesting alpha thing because we all do different things that are more or less alpha. We have a lot of experiences, but I feel like this is the one we're sharing. I was in Santa Monica area. I went to a parking garage, and it's one of those things where like this guy gives you like a ticket, and like you came in at this time, and it's like it's not a machine. It's just a guy writing stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Go to dinner on my way, but like they charge you based on how long you've been there and whatever.
Classic.
On my way out. I'm scared to even say this out loud. It's just I wish I don't know what the statute of limitations is. I'm just gonna say Santa Monica. Actually, this was in Chicago last night.
Such a natural winker.
You know what? Bleep out the city name.
Okay.
So I was in some city.
You may as well just bleep out the whole last 2 minutes.
So I drove in, and then I drove out, and he wasn't looking, and I waited for like 2 seconds. And then I left.
Was there not an arm thing?
No arm.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, free parking.
I waited, and then he was just taking his time in his little thing. I just went home.
Nice. It's pretty alpha.
I'm sorry, but I didn't.
Poor guy lost his job. Poor guy didn't get the number of tickets dispensed didn't match up with the amount of funds gained for that day, and that man lost his job.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. And he got deported. Yep.
We had one submission, and they're wondering if this clip you would consider alpha and how much.
14-minute clip, buddy?
Yeah, we'll watch the whole thing. No, it's the setup is that a groom sprayed champagne on his bride.
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, watch this. So excited, so happy. Yeah! I watched this with my girlfriend. She told me instant divorce if that happens.
That's the worst thing you could do to a person is make them, and they're like in front of people. I mean, it's her wedding day. It's bad. It's like a level 10 bad in everyone. Make her, she feel like she has to laugh along with it.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling when you're in like an environment of people and like.
But also if you hear her friends, they're going, stop, no, stop.
Are they saying that?
Yeah. She's allergic to champagne. But it's also like she spent so many hours today getting her hair done, getting her makeup done, trying to be the most confident version of herself.
Yeah.
And he sprays her with champagne. And now for the rest of the day, she's going to look like she was sprayed with champagne.
Yeah, I don't.
There are pictures. There's a big picture today. They probably spent like $3,000 on a photographer.
Yeah, I don't care for that behavior.
I don't care for that behavior as well.
Look at us. That's very alpha of us to take the woman's side.
That's a cool alpha way to say, like, if somebody like slaps my girlfriend on the ass, I'm gonna turn around and go, hey, excuse me, I do not care for that behavior. That's a cool way to say that.
Would you do that?
Yeah, I don't care for that behavior. And then they go, what are you going to do about it? I say, I'm going to use my verified Twitter account to absolutely dox you and destroy every ounce of credibility you have.
For anyone wondering where he was on January 6th, now we know.
Yep.
You're verified.
I was shitting on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Well, that's the show, everybody.
Look at us. Almost Alpha, episode 5 in the can.
We did it.
We got Toasties applause. We're killing it.
We only talked about pooping 13 times today. We got to...
Only 13 times. I got a lot of poop going.
You want to plug anything?
I got a new podcast coming out called Almost Alpha. You can find it on the 7Eckies YouTube channel or wherever else podcasts can be found.
And he's going to be at the Tempe Improv.
July 18th at Tempe Improv.
Please leave comments. Please let us know what you like. Please engage with us.
We got speakpipe.com/almostalpha if you want to leave us a voicemail, threatening or otherwise.
Yeah. And please check out my comedy special, Taylor Williamson, live at the Comedy Store. I'm on tour all over the place. Atlanta, San Diego, all these places I can't remember. TaylorWilliamson.com for all those things. And thanks for watching.
And we're also going to start having guests. So if there's any guests that you want to see appear on our podcast, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, tell your friends. We're having so much fun with this. Please spread the word and tell us what you want us to do, and just follow Betty on Instagram. She dressed up for everyone. It's Batman.
That's so cool. Batman doesn't put his logo on his cape ever in canon, but it's cool.
This was a hand-me-down from someone whose small dog who died, so let's just be supportive.
Jesus Christ. Was he killed by the Joker? All right. Thanks so much, everybody.